Welcome back to another episode of Anything and Everything. I am your host, Lawrence Johnson. We back like cook crack in the 80s, people. As you already know, it's going to be more of like once a week or twice a week, different types of episodes coming in and out. We're going to be moving, grooving, vibing, sliding. But I'm sorry, it's not going to be 3 times just because I'm doing a bunch of different projects. But y'all going to see. Y'all going to see the greatness. I'm doing different interviews. That's why I haven't been dropping as much. So just peep. Stay calm, cool, collected, copacetic, because we going to be doing some elite, nefarious shit. Now, let's dive right in to what this episode is all about. The status of the U.S., so let's just talk about some other things. First things first, y'all want me to worry about Mamdani, but then you invite a jihadist that used to be a terrorist, $10 million on his head to the White House, and he's shooting hoops. But I'm supposed to worry about the mayor in New York City? How that works, huh? It just doesn't add up to me. An actual image of how much money was on this man's head. He was supposed to be a terrorist that literally we would pay you to kill him. In less than a year later, he has pulled up at the White House, met with smiles, handshakes, and now he is shooting hoops in the White House. This is why I don't believe this whole Islamist, ISIS terrorist bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm not buying none of that. I've already said that multiple times, but this was the final straw because it's like, I already know he probably wasn't even a terrible guy to begin with, but we need to paint him as an enemy to go in there and start bombing Syria like we do every other country. But the fact that in less than a year, you're inviting him to the White House and you're not even trying to like act like things change. You're just literally playing in people's faces. It's kind of like, well, yeah, I don't believe any type of enemy anymore. If anything, I now believe that we are the bad guys. We just go around and bully people, and then we say, "Well, ooh, you have to fear them, just so we can kill them." It's like that's not gonna work for me anymore. I'm done with that, and that includes the boats we keep on bombing off the fucking coast of Venezuela. Do you understand how bad this shit has gotten? The UK has stopped sharing intelligence with us. That's our biggest ally since World War I. Obviously, they wasn't fucking with us when we ran them for that tea, and then we took their own entire, new country, but. The fact they stopped sharing intelligence with us means they do not trust our administration. I mean, listen to this.
The kingdom is listen to this, suspending some of its intelligence sharing with the U.S. because of the Trump administration's strikes against alleged drug boats in the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pam, it's a really significant rupture here. Essentially, what we're learning is that the UK is no longer sharing intelligence with the US about these suspected drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean because it does not want to be complicit in the US military's strikes on these drug vessels.
I mean, I've said it before and I say it again. I love watching the Coast Guard move, groove, vibe, slide on folks. Like, I be locked the fuck in. I don't like watching videos of people just getting randomly bombed. That looks like murder. It's like, I don't think I agree with that. Trying to gear us up for war, but they're not trying to tell us who we're going to war with. They're trying to figure out who our enemy's going to be, and then we're just going to attack them. I'm like, hold on, what the fuck is going on?
Is a 1939 moment, or hopefully a 1981 moment. A moment of mounting urgency. Enemies gather, threats grow, you feel it, I feel it.
Wait, hold on, bitch. What? You going back to World War II? World War I? I don't have those feelings at all. What does he talk about? He said of 1951 or whatever year he said, of the end of World War II. But he said, oh, we're going on the offensive. And it's like, no, why the fuck are we doing that? What are you talking about? Who is our enemy right now? I literally do not know. And he's talking about, oh, now it's Mexico. Now it's Venezuela. They got bad things going on. It's like, I really don't care about drugs. For you to think that we're supposed to go to war with another country over drugs is fucking insane. You think people are going to support that? And this is on Veterans Day. It's like, man, nigga, you're bugged out. I ain't going to do shit. And speaking of Veterans Day, shout out to all y'all, man. And I appreciate you guys for your service. This is going to drop on a Wednesday, but yesterday was Veterans Day. And I thank you. And you already know, the couple changes I would make, though, is, well, first things first, let's stop giving billions of dollars over to the blue and white. $350 billion since 1951. I feel like our veterans could probably use that to uplift their lives in a lot of different ways. Also, leaders now need to go to war. There's no more sending people. You know how fast we would achieve world peace if every leader had to be on them front lines catching fucking bullets down they noggin, drones flying around, wild silly for vibes? Yeah, I bet a whole bunch of people would be like, you know what? I don't even see the problem. We could compromise. We could figure something out. Yes, we could always figure something out. Let's eliminate machine guns and drones and nuclear weapons. Yes, we're going back in history. Yes, you have the right to bear arms, but we're all human. If you really need to go to war, man, hand to hand. Sticks and stones like they do over there in India and China. That's lit. Who's staying on business? What's up? That's the type of shit that I want to do moving forward. But we can't do that right now because we're the bully of the world. We're trying to take over anywhere and everywhere, which is very difficult to stomach because I'm looking at Donald Trump and I'm like, man, Jesus Christ. This man don't know what the fuck he doing, where the fuck he at, and he's just throwing out statements that make no fucking sense. You want to go down this little rabbit hole real quick of the last week of Donald Trump? Well, first things first, he fell asleep in the Oval Office. Yeah. And I don't care what y'all talking about. Everybody's talking, well, he's a tired guy. He works so hard. Bitch, take a nap then. I don't understand. Why would you take a nap in front of everybody and all the cameras? Unless you have something like dementia. And people are going to get mad. He doesn't have dementia. Well, he is dropping the location and the name of where he's supposed to be walking all over the White House, which to me is most of the time in dementia care type of facilities so they can see or have to go to the Oval Office. This is the West Wing. And some of you got, oh, it's just gold plated. He's trying, I don't think so. I told you all them days he disappeared a long time ago. I think he had a heart attack and now it's like there's something wrong with his brain a little bit because what other president has 2 different MRIs? And then they won't tell us what the MRIs are about. And then he keeps on bragging about these tests he's taking, like their IQ tests, when really they're dementia tests. And somebody with dementia will confuse the dementia test with an IQ test. But a lot of y'all don't want to admit that just because I don't know. This man Trump has casted some spell over y'all, which is just like, there's no way he can do any wrong. We have to trust this man. And if we admit we're wrong now, that means we were wrong all this time ago. But it's like, oh, that's what intelligent people do. They admit they're wrong and then they move on and be like, you know what? We can keep on taking steps forward. We should try this out. But when you just die on a hill, that's how you get Trump to where he's at, where he just feels like he's fucking Kim Jong-un and can do no wrong. He's over here blaming, obviously, all the time, the Democrats for the shutdown. And now he's mad at air traffic controllers for not showing up to work because they wasn't getting paid. I mean, this is an insane tweet. He's yelling at traffic controllers and saying, oh, the ones that worked hard, I'm going to pay y'all 10 racks. And the craziest part about this, there's really people out there that think that he's going to actually pay some individuals $10,000. He not paying y'all shit. Just like that $2,000 per person, that shit ain't never coming either, other than the wealthy. He hasn't even said who the wealthy is. That man just sits up there and lies, and a bunch of people eat it up just because he says so many lies within a week that you forget about the last one he said. But now we're on to $10,000 per air traffic controller. Yeah, I believe that for 0%. Like, there's zero of me that believes any of that bullshit. And even Laura Ingraham, Fox News, gave the interview. That's supposed to be a softball lob, easy. I ain't knew this, I'm true this. He fucked that shit up. He said, where you gonna get the 10,000? I don't know. I'm gonna get it from somewhere. That doesn't sound safe.
Not so easy for anybody. Our country's never done better. We should not have had people leaving their jobs. And what I basically did is say the ones that stayed, of which there were a lot of them, I'm sending them a $10,000 bonus.
Where's that money coming from?
I don't know. I'll get it from someplace. I always get the money from someplace regardless. It doesn't matter. I do a lot of bonuses for people.
It's about the 50-year mortgage, which is basically saying, hey, you're never going to own anything. Just keep on paying the banks forever. And then Trump doubled down and act like he know the fuck. Well, what's the big difference between 40 and 50? Well, actually, it was 30-year mortgage before, and even that was fucking egregious. But now you're trying to bump it up to 50 so niggas can never own anything. And people are out there just going to eat that shit up. Like, oh, yeah, man, I'm so happy he's doing that. He's making this shit possible. He is fucking you over, me included. Like, god damn. He's even talking about doing the same thing with car loans, switching it to 15. It's like, holy shit. He wants y'all to be indebted to the banks forever. People, this is not a good sign. And then all you guys talk about immigrants out, China bad. Well, guess what? he just doubled down and said there's 600,000 Chinese students and immigrants coming into this country. What you gonna say? Now all of a sudden you like China and you happy they students is coming in and they're gonna add to America? I mean, you could just admit that, right? Which is true. Like, I'm happy Chinese students are coming over here. Hey, tell me a little bit about China. Let's exchange some information. Let's exchange learning, science, culture. That's a beautiful thing. But some of you guys act so racist, act like you hate everybody, but then when your boy Trump says, nah, man, China, they good. They coming in. Now you have to move the goalposts and all of a sudden be like, I fuck with China. You know how dumb that sounds? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is not supposed to be like your truth seeker and everything he says, you just, because he bends and lies and changes shit every single day. That's why some of y'all sound insane and psychotic now, because we can't even line up with the logic, because you're listening to the logic of somebody that has dementia, most likely. You know who else that has dementia? Kash Patel. Kash Patel needs to be fired. I don't understand how that man still has his job. Because what is his latest maneuver? This little bitch is using his counsel, his FBI, to use his girlfriend to sue people over social media posts that called her a Mossad agent and saying she was a honeypot. She's suing for multi-millions. Is that where your focus is supposed to be right now, Kash? So your girlfriend really be suing somebody for multi-million dollars because they think that you're an Israeli agent, even though you've been caught on tape? Not even caught on tape. You bragged on tape saying America needs to focus up and be Israel first. We should never do that. Shut the fuck up, bug-eyed bitch. Big fucking eyes, ugly fucking fish. Yeah, if you know, you know, dweeb ass nigga. And then the fact that you have your girlfriend now suing somebody for multi-millions, and you don't think the dude's gonna go out and go around with it, and now more information is gonna come out about your dweeb ass? You don't be thinking shit through. Just like how you try to say you thwarted that shit over there in Michigan, and now we've heard nothing about it. No texts, no pictures, just another fake solved case so you can get the shit off your back, but you just can't stop fucking up. And now you're putting your girlfriend to the limelight because she's suing, because people start calling y'all the fuck out on your bullshit. Man, oh man, Kash the fucking dweeb strikes again. It impresses me every single time that you can just keep on going lower and lower in my totem pole of human beings. I didn't think it could get this bad, but you actually suck at your job, suck at life, and suck at being a man. Man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I said, yeah, I would. Because you like one of my worst enemies. Just like Elon Musk. Elon Musk has quickly moved right back into one of my worst enemies. And for our hater of the day, 100%. Shout out to Joyce Carol Oates. She has been moving absolutely different. I mean, nefarious on all levels. Because basically, she came off the top ropes out of nowhere and dropped this banger of a tweet. Basically saying, for someone that's so wealthy, they show no signs of life. No enjoyment of movies, books, art, charity. And obviously this tweet banged on the timeline. And Elon Musk called winning. This man got so mad, bro. She trolled this nigga so hard, she's 80-something, that he randomly started tweeting about movies. Can you imagine that? Now all of a sudden he's just going through Twitter. Great movie. You should watch that. Oh, you said I don't read? Well, hell, I recommend Massive Alpha Male Energy. Fucking dweeb, loser ass statement. I can't believe that shit. But then for you to say that and then describe a book and link the wrong book and then try to say it's supposed to be spoken when really it's supposed to be sung just shows me how much of a loser you are, that you can't even look in the mirror and be happy with yourself, so you have to go fake on the internet. That's the real reason he bought Twitter, people, is because he needed some sort of glazing to go on around him because he doesn't have it in his own life. Everybody hates him. Most daughters don't just, I need to be disowned by you and separate myself as far as possible. That's not a normal thing. See, Elon Musk, his life sucks. And he wants you to think that he's having a good time and a terrific time. But he hates his life. And that's why I want to prove to y'all that money can never unlame you. Because this man just got approved for $1 trillion. And I know you're going to sit there, oh, no, it's not actually a trillion. Well, it is. Yes, if he can achieve the things of Tesla, but at the same time, he can use this as leverage. He can use this to go take out bank loans. He can use this to sell off shares. How do you think he bought Twitter? You thought he just did that with cash? No, he used his Tesla shares. Then he used loans from other people. And then he made the buy once they cornered him and like, nah, you want to pay $44 billion for this shit? Yeah, put your money where your mouth is, bitch. And now he's ruined one of the best apps. But I will say, the news is at least still good on there. A little bit skewed, but I mean, at least it's still good. But Joyce didn't stop there. Because then he's trying to say everything Oates says is a liar. She's a mean person and an abuser of semicolons, where it's like, man, you are really a fucking bitch. I know you just Googled what's wrong with her writing or what is her criticized, and they say she abuses the semicolon. And it's like, man, even that was a loser type of trait. And then someone else said something about how he always is leaving, and then she came back with another fucking banger where she literally spelled out like, yeah, he always is going to leave because anytime he arrives at the group, him being there immediately devalues that group. Which somebody could play a violin. I'm witnessing a murder live in action. And I'm like, oh, god damn, Joyce. And then obviously the Elon dick suckers are in the comments talking about, well, who is Joyce? I mean, he's definitely probably read and written more books than you ever have. And it's like, oh, you dumb bitch. Do you not know who Joyce Oates is, son? Have you never took like a look at your mom or grandmother's or aunt's little bookshelf or little library they have in the crib, whatever the fuck they got going on? I guarantee you Joyce is up there. Multiple of her books. Have I ever read Joyce? No. I know one thing though, she's critically acclaimed. She knows what the fuck she's talking about. And she has a stranglehold, chokehold type of vibe when it comes to elderly women. Not even elderly women. Just women above like the age of 30. They gonna read Joyce, that's for sure. And you guys really outed yourselves, showing how much and how illiterate you guys are for not knowing who the fuck that is. And so Joyce, well done. Hater of the day goes to you. I am fucking impressed. And then my own hater of the day, of course, you already know who it's going towards. Just kidding, not BB. It goes to Ben Shapiro this time. Dweeb of the fucking day.
If you're a young person and you can't afford to live here, then maybe you should not live here. I mean, that is a real thing. Yeah, I know that we've now grown up in a society that says that you deserve to live where you grew up. But the reality is that the history of America is almost literally the opposite of that. The history of America is you go to a place where there is opportunity.
Ben really said you do not deserve to live where you grow up if you can't afford it. And it's like, wait, what? So I can't live where I was born at because y'all keep just increasing the prices everywhere? I don't deserve that? I feel like that's a basic human level type of thing of like, man, you was born there. You should at least be able to come up where you at. This man is so out of touch with reality. He's like, oh, the reason my conservatism is dying, the reason you're losing all the steam is because you're a fucking loser and a dweeb. And every time I see you, that little head of yours gets bigger and bigger. It's like a pancake that's just expanding. Hey, bro, we get it. You're Zionist. You're Jewish. We don't give a fuck. You know what we do give a fuck about? Yeah, America. And getting rid of that black bruise, that nasty ass branch you need to cut the fuck off, which is, yeah, your favorite country, the one that you really care about. And that's what kills me, is you say out loud, if you can't afford to live there, you don't deserve to live there. Or maybe you shouldn't live there. Okay. So if Israel cannot afford to live in the Middle East without sucking the nipple of the American people and our tax dollars, maybe I should get the fuck out of there then. Oh, you don't need our military help, right? You don't need nothing. You guys can survive by yourselves. And if you can't, maybe you should be there. I know, you see how that sounds? You're going to call me anti-Semitic. You're going to say, oh, man, you hate. No, I don't hate nothing. I'm just using your logic. I don't want to give y'all money no more. I don't want to defend y'all anymore or do any type of military budget. Neither does the rest of the world. So good luck. I mean, hey, if you can't afford it, maybe you don't deserve it, right? Exactly, man. Shut the fuck up. You little dweeb ass, man. You a little punk bitch. Hate that little nigga, man. Every time you pop up, you always just spewing hate. All the time. Fuck is wrong with you? Jesus, that's why you losing, because you suck as a human being. Now now my other biggest problem with the country right now is why is it not headlines everywhere that Ghislaine Maxwell is being treated like royalty while in prison? First off, she gets moved to a minimum security prison. Now, this bitch got a comfort dog. This is a child sex trafficker. She was raping people. What the fuck do you mean she has a comfort dog? And the fact that they're helping her out. She's looking for a pardon. She's trying to get the paperwork to be released. And you're going to sit there and tell me that Donald Trump knows nothing about this? He don't have maybe a little bit of involvement and ties to Epstein, the same person that he wished her well? I wish my best wishes. I don't get how this is not on every single headline. Fox News, CNN. Hey guys, the biggest sex trafficker and child trafficker of your entire lives has been moved to a minimum security prison and has a comfort dog where she's being treated like royalty, reading books, and watching TV. Does nobody else see the problem with that? Move that bitch under the prison. Maximum. 8x8. 23 in. Fuck that. 23 and a half in, 30 out. I want to drive her clinically insane. The fact she only got 20 years in the first place is nuts. But now they looking to pardon? Now she has a comfort. I can't get over the fucking comfort dog. Somebody is bringing a dog into prison and bringing it to her cell, a child trafficker, and say, hey, we know. You was touching on little girls. You was selling little girls. But guess what? Pet this dog. We don't want you to go through too much here. We know, hey, we defend child pedos over here, man. You good over here. Yeah, that's your boy, and that's y'all fault. Whatever, I call it how it is. Hypocrisy that. And everybody goes, well, if the Epstein list was true, then why wouldn't Biden? Because there's people on the left on that too. Hey, hear that? Fuck Biden, fuck Clinton too, because they probably on there as well. Yeah, now what you gonna say? And the governments, yes, we have been betrayed by the Democrats because they have decided we need to open this shit up regardless of stripping 15 million plus people of their health care. And I get it. I want to open the government too, but you can't just bend your fucking back all the way over and now fuck over a bunch of people. And we still have to go to vote anyways, but it's like, oh man, times are going to get pretty tough here, people. And, band together and talk to your neighbor. Say hello. Be nice to one another because right now, this shit is about to get spooky. Then we have the fake wars where, guess what? The honor award, who's supposed to be to America first, the person that fights for us, well, it was given to an IDF soldier that was taken out of his tank. Yeah, you heard that right. This man was snatched out of his fucking tank. Sound like you suck at your job. Then he came back healthy, and this the man that gets an award? And then, you already know, had to make another one, the Charlie Kirk Award. Who gave that award? Who got that one? Erica, even though she ain't done shit but cry fake-ass tears. Yeah, I'm sorry, people. I have no type of empathy for that type of fake-ass shit. We just gonna make up an award, and then we just give it to her? And I'm just so tired of that. She only looks up like this. And he just... I just know Charlie's with me. And like, bitch, tighten up. Nobody buying that shit no more. Jesus Christ, the same ass, bullshit ass, fake ass tears. Not even no real awards. You ain't win shit. Wrap it up. I'm not gonna lie, I almost feel bad for Charlie at this point in time because nobody has quickly turned into a joke so fast in real time. Like, it went from, we need to honor this man. They was talking about making a holiday. They was talking about, we're going to arrest people for making jokes about him. They should lose jobs. Now this man is a walking, talking meme of every black rapper in the world. You don't believe me? Speed run.
What you doing with it? So doing with it. I'm a bully with it. Hey, big bank take, little bank get exposed.
Boom, boom, boom. Hit the rolling stone with the rollie on.
The watch.
Yeah, I know Charlie is in his grave like, what the fuck do you mean Kirkified? Yeah, nah, man. Kirk Pack, Lil Kirk, Kirk Yachty, like, this shit is going insane. And it's like, every time I scroll, it's like, sometimes I'm like, wait, hold up, I'll double tap, but that's Charlie. Yeah, that's what happens when you try to make something so serious and you try to offend people, try to arrest people. It's the internet. They're just going to be like, oh, all right, fine. I'm going to double down, bitch. Guess what? Take this video. Now, everybody's just laughing, moving, grooving, vibing, sliding. People not even going to remember Charlie for what Charlie was doing no more. He's going to be a meme at this point in time. Other than, the ones that you could ask, like, where were you when Charlie Kirk died? And they just know, like, the exact time and place because that was, like, their second 9/11. That's how I judge, like, how extreme people are. Which is like, you shouldn't even, like, that's kind of crazy, son. Like, wow. And stop trying to distance yourself from Epstein, Israel. I'm not buying that shit no more either. Why y'all keep on lying about that shit? Because this nice little article just came out, which should be headlines everywhere, but they choose not to because we know why. Because, we're the United States of Israel. But Epstein, wow. He was helping Israel sell things to Cote d'Ivory Coast. So you were helping them sell things in Africa from America, but you had no Mossad or Israeli ties. Even though this proves it, right? So what did they say about that? I mean, I've never even seen anybody with an IDF, like, sweatshirt before in my life. As soon as I seen it now, I was like, wait, that's weird. Where the fuck you even find that? But now you were helping sell arms to African countries, which obviously that's their MO. If you hadn't known this yet. So, like, ISIS, right? Bad, scary, terrible. They want to kill Israel, but they never, ever fight Israel or attack them because we know calls come from inside the house. But they use this money and funding and then fund war criminals and other terrorist groups inside of Africa to then overturn wherever they want to overturn, so then they can go extradite whatever they want to extradite out of that country. This happens many of times, all throughout history. Syria, you can look at it. Gaddafi, you can look at it. I mean, over and over again, continuously in all different places. And how does Miriam Adelson just keep on getting away with all the bullshit she does? She's been meddling and all in this government affairs and things, and she just doesn't have to enter as any type of foreign entity. They keep on trying to call her American. She is not American. Shorty wasn't even born here. Old, decrepit ass. You know where she was born? Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And she's spending millions of dollars to stop Thomas Massie. Why do you think that is? They're going to learn very fast. The louder you are and the more obvious you are, the more we hate you. So now, anybody that even touches AIPAC money immediately destroys the reputation. If they have any time to Miriam Adelson, you're going to fucking lose. You guys still think this shit is going to work. It's not. There's too many of us now. Millennials and Gen Z, we can all vote. So hello, yeah, new shit's happening. AIPAC has no say. People like Randy Fine, Ted Cruz, get to stepping, son. Get the fuck out, both you fat fucks. We're along to our nice little sports story. I mean, Nico Harrison is fired. At this point, I think NBA Central, the fake NBA Central, has some sort of inside sources with the NBA because they be calling shit early. Don't be wrong, they just be early. But I mean, his time was coming. You had to start off elitely this season, but you have Jason Kidd run your team like he's shooting darts blind fucking folded. I'm sorry, but like, why were you starting Cooper Flag at point guard? This man thrives in the fucking wing, running up and down the court. Why the fuck you have him bring up the ball? Some shit he's never done in his life unless he gets the ball in transition. Jason Kidd, you working too damn hard. Some shit is easy. You ain't got D-Lo for a reason, right? Okay, start him at point guard. Now you start him at point guard. Doing random ass rotations when right off the rip, you should have just established this shit early on. D-Lo, PJ Washington, Cooper Flag, AD, Lively. Boom. Y'all probably would have had a couple more wins already, and Nico wouldn't have got his ass fired. But it didn't matter. Nico, you were going to have to get the fuck up out of there anyways. As soon as AD went down, I knew. I was like, oh, see you never, Nico. You're gone. It is kind of unfortunate because we're never going to actually see what he wanted play out because a lineup of Kyrie, PJ, Cooper, AD, Lively, D-Lo off the bench, Clay off the bench, Hardy off the, like you got guys, Gafford. Like that's a good fucking lineup when they're all healthy. But it's like, yeah, that's Luka, my nigga. Are you crazy? Y'all know how much they love Europeans down there in Dallas. You just had Dirk for a whole career. And then you had your second coming to Luka. You just have no choice but to build around him. But I know what Nico was trying to do. He was watching that shit. He saw how the finals went. He said, nope. Hell no. I don't like whatever the fuck happened right there. I'm not witnessing that shit ever again. And I love Luka. He nice, but he do be bitching and complaining sometimes. We're like, nigga, focus on hoop. Next play mentality, nigga. What the fuck? And I know Nico sat there and thought like, I don't know if we can win this nigga. I ain't gonna lie. And then he moved this egregious move, which is still like, AD is AD, but like, nigga, no picks? You put yourself on the hot seat, my boy. So yeah, Nico's gone. Who gonna take over? I don't know. But like, that was gonna happen sooner or later. We already knew what the fuck was gonna happen. I appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of Anything and Everything. Don't forget to hate and subscribe. We're going to be moving very nefarious, vociferous, Professor feeling going forward. And yes, I appreciate y'all going through all this with me. I know I haven't been as consistent, but that's because I'm, like I said, going through some changes, doing some different things, basically trying to build this shit out and kind of make it, like I said, anything and everything. Margin of error, the Lawrence Johnson show. I want to do bigger things that are bigger projects and just kind of have more editing, more things that have to be done with them. But I'm going to at least be doing this once a week. Longer episodes like this one that you guys just saw. And yeah, I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. Don't worry. We gonna keep on going, most like the ocean. I appreciate all y'all support. We ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna see y'all soon. I'm out.